Ladies and gentlemen, today we are going live. And you're going to have to excuse me. I'm going to be setting up this just a little bit differently than I normally do, just because the thing is yelling at me to do so. So, happy Father's Day. I am Chad with CD Shave, and today we're doing our first live video, and I figured, why not do it on Father's Day, right? Do a little bit of Father's Day shaving. We're going to be doing a head shave today, and get this going on. So, hey Josh, how you guys doing? Or how are you doing? Anyway, so we got ourselves a shaving towel here. I think today or tonight we're gonna be doing our head shave. It's hot as hell outside, so we're gonna go with margaritas in the Arctic. We're gonna finish this off with Barrister Man's Arctique. We're gonna do that, and we'll probably go with Nivea post-shave cooling gel right there. We'll be doing that. Now, for the mowing of the head. Let's go with the Razor Rock German 37 slant bar. This happens to have in it, yep, let's see, feather blade. Actually, feather blade. There you go, right there. Feather blade, and that's on our second use. And this one. So we'll tighten up that bad boy. Let's just align the blade. See how that's all way out of whack right there, if you can tell that, whatever. But I'm just going to fix this up here. Hey, Josh, happy Father's Day. So, all right. I'm just going to realign this a little bit. There are all kinds of ways I can see to align these, tools and stuff like that you can use. I just use my fingernail. I just put it on the side and go right up like that and do our thing. So this is rock and roll and ready to go. Throw some water in the head here. So, yeah, let's talk about head shaving a little bit. You know, Father's Day shave. Let's talk about head shaving. Because head shaving is, you know, it's like face shaving when you're wet shaving, but it is kind of a different animal, isn't it? A little bit. So, I mean, you're using the same soaps, right? Same aftershaves. I've never seen an aftershave made just for the head. Using the same balms. Nowhere on this does it say not to put it on your head. I think it says for external use only. If you're putting this inside you somewhere, you got problems. So, all right. So, let's see. Prep. You know what I'd have to say is when I'm in the shower, I spend a little bit more time prepping up here. And the reason for that is, especially during the summer, I sweat more up here than I do on my face. Yeah, I know stuff runs downhill. I get that. But, you know what? It's, you know, sweat's up there. Sometimes if I'm outside, I'll throw sunscreen on the top of my head, but I don't necessarily have it on my face. So because of that, you're putting more stuff on top of your head, at least if you're a head shaver anyway. You might be wearing a hat, so your head's going to sweat a little bit more. You might end up with more oils up there. So because of that, I spend a little bit more time on the head. We're going to use the synthetic Omega with the beechwood handle. Let's see that. So we're going to turn this, whoops. We're going to turn that just a tad. That way you guys can hopefully see what's going on here. You'll have to, thank you. I like the brush. You guys will have to forgive me here because this is my first live video. So we'll go ahead and load this right up. You're going to see exactly how long it takes to do everything. And I hope you guys are having a great Father's Day for all you fathers out there. Hope you guys are enjoying your day wherever you went. I hope you had good weather. I mean, it was good. It was nice outside, but it was hot. Or it is hot. It's still muggy. But thank God for air conditioning. So, now, I tend to spend a little bit more time loading the soap or loading the brush for head shaves because you need more soap, in my opinion. And some people, I mean that's loaded pretty good. Some people may disagree with that. It's what I find ends up being the case for me. So, because you got to figure they're the same passes. You're still going to do with the grain. I do 2 cross grains against the grain and a cleanup pass. So, let's get this thing going here. Oops. And so I spend a little bit more time loading the brush just because I know that I need more soap whenever I do a head shave. You know, because this is a live video, this is going to be the time that I wipe myself open. You know that, right? So, anyway. There we go. So, those of you that have never done a head shave before or are thinking about it, or maybe you're already a head shaver and you're thinking about using a DE, I highly recommend it, but it's like anything else. You need to respect that blade and respect the razor because these things are sharp. These things are super, super sharp. They're efficient. Don't get me wrong. All right. Let's see if I missed anything here. Hey, happy Father's Day, Tom. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. All right. With the grain, right? Always with the grain. See, the other thing about head shaving, too, that you got to be mindful of is maintaining that cutting angle. And it's hard to do because, let's face it, you're shaving blind. You're shaving blind because you're doing the sides, you're doing the back. At least I hope you are. If you're just shaving the top of your head, don't shave your head. So, yeah. So if you're going to get into head shaving and you're going to do it regularly, I would suggest investing in another mirror. I've seen a couple of people on YouTube when they do their head shaving videos, or some people that's exclusively all they do. They don't shave their faces at all, or they don't shave them, at least on YouTube. I would suggest getting yourself another mirror. All you need is one of those cheap round ones. You can hold it like about here, and you angle it into the mirror here, and you'll be able to see yourself just fine. My mirrors actually fold out, and I missed who that was. Hey, Shade West, thank you very much for subscribing, and happy Father's Day. So, yeah, invest in another mirror. I strongly, strongly suggest it. Yeah, you know, I could, let me see if I can take you guys down for a second here. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. My particular mirrors, I don't know if you can see this, fold out like this. So that allows me to see the back of my head. But I usually don't do that because when I do that on my videos, I'm really hoping this camera doesn't end up in the water. When I do that on my videos, it ends up, you can't see it because the mirrors block the camera. So I just do it blind. And I've been doing it blind for long enough because I used to shave in the shower that I know how to do it and make it work. It's just easier to do with the mirrors. So, so anyway, yeah, guys, I really hope. And I saw somebody on there said their camera froze. Try going out and going back in. See, that's what I would do. I've never actually I never had a problem with the live. I've never had it freeze on me, so it could be your connection. That's just a suggestion I would throw out there. So anyway, but yeah, mirrors. I mean, it's great to have one for that purpose. If you can get, if you happen to be doing a remodel and you end up having any say whatsoever in how the bathroom's going to be coming out. Yeah, right, I know. Then, try to get yourself a double mirror. And if you are a triple mirror that you can fold out. I don't think they're that much more expensive than a standard vanity, unless you're talking about one that's strictly just the mirror that bolts onto the wall. So, all right. You're welcome back, Josh. You're reluctant still with the DE. I hate how it fades away like that. I wish I could, I gotta pull it back up here. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, don't rush it. I mean, if you're still reluctant doing it with the DE, I was at first. When I first started face shaving, I remember shaving my face, and I kind of went up and went and scritched it down, and I said, nah, no, hell no. I'm not doing that. But it's really not. It's not that bad. It's just like the face as far as, am I going to cut myself on the face? Well, yeah, you run that risk, but you got to respect the razor and respect the blade. And I think if you start off by face shaving and you develop a healthy respect for the razor, then you'll be all right. That's just it. Excuse me while I do a little head rinse here. Whoa. A couple nights ago, I got shaving cream in my eye. I don't care how good the shaving cream or shaving soap is. It gets in your eye, they all sting. They suck. Don't put that shit in your eye. Let's see. I saw a couple comments here I want to get back to. Shade Weiss. Yeah, you certainly can go blind. It works. It just, it takes practice. Yeah, and at the back of your head, really, you just feel it. Like you said, and you feel it, and it just doesn't. And if it feels like sandpaper, shave it again. It's simple as that. So, cross grain. I go, just like you may have seen on the face, people they do one direction, maybe they'll split down the middle, right? And they kind of go this way, or then they go this way. Some people will go all the way this way and then go all the way that way. I split it. I go in the direction of my eyes towards my ears, and I kind of go in an upwards direction. Okay? Because this, I can feel it catching all the hairs. And yeah, ouch. You're damn right. That hurt like a mother at getting all that cream in my eye. I'm pretty sure I invented a few swears that night. I know because I came out of the bathroom, my daughter looked at me and said, "You okay?" So I thought, yeah, well, oh well. I said, yeah. That's when I think I sat her down. I said, you know what? Swearing's like drinking alcohol. You can't do it till you're old enough, period. I can do it all I want, but you can't. And when she says, why can't I? Because I said so. And I'm the dad. That's why. I have a special day that says I'm the dad, so no swearing. Anyway, so yeah, back to the shave. Cross grain. Just go, what kind of cream am I using? I'm using Margaritas in the Arctic shave soap by Sterling. It's mentholated. Stuff is great. Stuff is awesome to use during the summer. I will say this, all right? I did notice this the other day. Maybe this goes maybe this kind of goes without saying to some people, but for mentholated stuff, go light on the water. I'm not saying not to use water, but when you go to load it or lather it, light on the water, because if you're looking for that real menthol feeling or, experience, you get more menthol experience if you make the lather a little bit, I don't want to say sticky, but thicker. You let it get kind of thicker, and it really, the menthol seems to work better. So that might be, I've never seen that posted anywhere. That might be one of those duh, no kidding moments, but it wasn't for me. I didn't know. So, but I've learned. So, yeah, this is one of those times we're flying blind here. Oh, shaved. Yeah, that stuff's awesome, isn't it? I mean, I don't have the aftershave because, it was one of the first soaps I bought, and I kind of learned late in the game that it's a good idea when you buy a soap to get the aftershave with it. I've never tried any of the Chiseled Faces stuff. I'd like to, though. But yeah, I got I learned late in the game that when you get a soap, you should get the aftershave to go with it, because then you're sitting there thinking, "Wow, this stuff is great. I wish this smelled like this all day." Shit, I don't have the aftershave. Great, and then you're stuck trying to pair it with, a cologne scent, and it's just not happening. And you're like, "Wow, this really sucks. I should have just bought the stupid aftershave to go with it." So, but oh well. Summer Storm. What's that one like? What's I can't say that I've seen much on their website. Yeah, I love the cold feeling. Cryogen. I've heard good things about that soap. But what's the Chiseled Face? I just saw it and I can't think now because I'm concentrating. But well, that's the difference in not having your notes written down. Hang on 1 second. Wow, I got a little bit of that stuff. Oh, rain. Okay, rain. Yep. I'll tell you what. I just got a droplet of that stuff in my eye, and now my eyeball feels cold. That's the weirdest feeling in the world. Let me tell you right now. Doesn't really sting. It just feels really cold. A little bit of water to that. I want to add a ton of water because I like that cold feeling. Whew. And you know what? I use this stuff in the middle of dead winter. I don't care. I love the feeling of the coolness on my head or my face when I shave. No, you're not distracting me at all. I like the interaction. So no, guys, just keep asking. And what happens is it comes on, and then when I go to look at it, it fades out. So if I miss something, ask me again. I may have missed it. So second kind of cool. What's up, buddy? Thanks for joining me. We're doing a head shave tonight. We're using margaritas in the Arctic. What's going on? If you worked today, buddy, I don't know if you did or not, but I hope you had a safe day and everybody did well. We're going to do our second cross grain. I start at the middle of my head and I kind of go back like this, right? I've not tried the Ghost Town Barber at all. And happy Father's Day, buddy. I saw that. But yeah, like I was saying, your comments show up for a second and then they fade away. So I don't know if there's a way to make that stay up there. This is the first time. I didn't even really read anything about it. I just kind of went go live. Yeah, sure. And hit it. And there we go. We're going live. So, Oh, yeah, that's a pain in the ass when things are sold out. After Christmas, there was a. I'm not gonna get into which one it was, but I wanted to get an aftershave that I really, really should have picked up when I got the soap, and Christ, it took like 3 months to be able to get that aftershave after Christmas. I was pissed. And, I saw things getting ordered from the website, people doing reviews on stuff, and I'm like, man, I really want this aftershave, and I couldn't get my hands on it. Your next challenge. What do you mean your next challenge? You mean just like getting a hold of it? Oh, the other thing too, guys, as far as yeah, I've heard the barbershop from Sterling is good, and I've heard that talking Mrs. Tom into it. Yeah, you know what? The ladies can be a little tough to sell on it. I happen to know somebody who only orders soaps when his wife says she likes it. So like if she thinks the smell is going to be good, then he can order it. So I can see the challenge there. The thing about the head shaving I wanted to recommend, if you are not an aftershave person, and not everybody is, if you're one of those people that, you don't like the aftershaves because of the way they sting, and some of them really do sting. Second kind of cool. I'd give you some tips on shaving your head. I really recommend getting yourself a oh yeah, the Sterling products are awesome. I love them. If you don't use aftershave, start using it if you're going to shave your head, especially if you do not have a mirror to go behind you, because you're going to end up let's face it, these things are so sharp. You nick yourself, and you're not going to feel it, right? And or you may not feel it, and you're going to walk around with a red scar in the back of your head, or not a scar, but a red dot in the back of your head because you got a scab or whatever, and because you didn't treat it. But anyway, so yeah, strongly recommend an aftershave because it'll stop the bleeders, or at least. Now, I don't like using an alum block on my face. It's just too strong. People say it's because my technique isn't right or whatever. I just don't think my face does well with alum. So I don't use it. But if you can't see the back of your head because you're blind shaving like this, against the grain, by the way, I strongly recommend an alum block. So if you do nick yourself, you can take care of it. Hang on a second here. What about yeah, the witch hazel I use as well, but the witch hazel doesn't seem to always stop bleeders. It's an astringent, and I recommend using that. I use witch hazel and aftershave and a shave balm usually, as opposed to using an alum block. So. Yeah, alum blocks are amazing. I'm not saying they don't work. They just hurt like a motherfucker. I mean, they really do. And they, at least for me, Oh, okay. So I mean, I guess that's cool. So Tom, you just do the cold water deal, and that takes care of any nicks and cuts that you got. Because for me, that doesn't always work. I'll look at it and be like, oh yeah, it looks great. Turn around and. You turn back around, I've got like 5 of them. I look like I was shot with a magic marker. But so what? Tom, you just use the cold water, and that's what takes care of all your nicks and cuts. Yeah, all right, Tom. That's cool. Hey, if that works for you, awesome. For whatever reason, my stupid head doesn't do that. It doesn't perform well with that. I've tried the cold water thing, and the witch hazel doesn't always do it. Now, let's talk about cold water shave. So, I mean, I've seen a lot of that. I've done it a couple times, but don't you find that it doesn't like soften the hairs? I mean, the hot water to me just kind of like makes everything pliable and just easier to stretch, and including the head, stuff like that. No? Yeah, alum you're not supposed to leave on your face. You're supposed to rinse that right off, as well as your head. You should not leave alum on anywhere on your body, in my opinion. And that's everything that I've ever read tells me not to. So, yeah, I said you hot shaves here. I think that was shave. Hey, Jeremy, happy Father's Day. We're doing a head shave here with margaritas in the Arctic. We're just talking about some of our stuff. Yeah, definitely rinse. Now, shaving wise, you said you do all cold water stuff. Do you you don't find that makes your skin kind of tight, or the hair's not as pliable or easier to cut, you think? I've done a cold water shave, and that for me that's kind of the feeling I get. It may just be in my head, but that's, or on it, as it were. Another tip from me: when you're shaving your head, avoid moving your head. I've seen some people do this. I wouldn't do that if I were you, but yeah. Yeah, don't, Jeremy. It sucks, doesn't it? Jeremy, why don't you tell everybody what happened for your adverse side effects? What it do to you? Oh, no, really? I thought I just missed that. I thought you said. Oh, okay. Oh, Jeremy, I'm sorry. I misread that. You didn't notice any adverse side effects. I got it. I got it. Shaved. Okay, so the cold water makes your skin tight, so therefore it holds that hair a lot tighter as opposed to having it move around. Okay, all right. I guess it's probably like holding up a piece of paper to get it to cut rather than just kind of, or holding it from the top rather. I could see that. Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. I just did I don't know if you guys noticed it. I've done everything. I'm gonna pretty much get into my cleanup pass now. Careful pulling your stuff out of that. When I first started wet shaving, this is my piece of shit Vanderhagen wall hanger. That's what I call it, a wall hanger, because it's all it is. It's my first brush. I yanked the knot right out of this, pulling the shaving cream out. So, just gonna do a cleanup pass here, and then we'll get into the post. Anyway, another tip for you guys that are considering head shaving: learn, if you haven't already, learn to shave with both hands. I think a lot of people try to push that with DE shaving, and I don't necessarily find it necessary for my face, but on my head I definitely do. Because I just can't reach way the hell over here with one hand. I can do most of it, but so. Hey, what'd you guys all do for Father's Day? I had to work, which sucked, but then I went and I got and yes, Jeremy, I'm getting that PO. I ordered the PO box. I got to go get the keys for it tomorrow, and that's when they'll give me the number. So I'll throw you a text. But yeah, I took my daughter to Friendly's, but Sweet. Nice, Jeremy. Nice way to spend Father's Day. Somebody missed the razor. I'm using the Razor Rock German 37 slant bar with a feather blade on its second use. And that was shaved West. So, I gotta see. I gotta rinse my other hand off. I think Nick Shaves always says when you do a cleanup pass, he's like, put the lather in one hand, shaver in the other. But when you're doing a head shave, you kind of have to give that up at some point so you can do Alabama white chicken, roasting red potatoes and grilling mushrooms. Where the frick is mine? Where is mine? Nice long nap for Father's Day. There you go. There you go. That's the way to do it. I took my daughter to Friendly's. Their breakfasts are a lot better than their dinners and stuff. But that's what she wanted to do. Barbecue is your other. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I just thought of that commercial. If you've ever seen it, I don't even know what it's for. Just some guys on there going, "Smokified." That guy. I don't know who he is, but I think he's a barbecue winner of some type of contest or something. But I love barbecue. I love barbecue. Fire department doesn't like it when you barbecue on the deck though. Life, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, so I actually have a grill, but I got to bring it downstairs and put it in the parking lot when I light it off. Otherwise, people bother me. All right, that's pretty dang smooth. Whew. Yeah, it is challenging on a balcony. Yeah. I don't know if you guys saw the video I did a couple weeks ago when I was shaving and I decided to install my air conditioner in between passes. That's where I almost lost my AC unit as well. Yeah, like the shine on that? Jeremy, you're on. You're on. Next time I find myself with a vacation where for whatever reason I don't have my kid, I'll just call you and be like, come get me. I'm at the airport. But anyway, so yeah, thank you guys very much. I'm just going to drain this a little bit. I'm going to throw on some of the cold water, and I'm going to throw that cold water in my head. We're going to put on some of this Arctique. This stuff is awesome, this Arctique. It's fantastic. Or at least for me, this makes my eyes water, but... Bringer. Okay, maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do that. Never been out to that part of the country. Thank you, Tom. I told my dad about that, what I did with the air conditioning unit, and he kind of said, where did I go wrong? So, just going to throw some cold water on my head. Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's my first one. I appreciate that, Shave. I actually liked it a little bit. It kind of added a little bit of conversation to everything. You know what I'm saying? It's like almost like a round table. Well, not that I'm trying to take away from the famous YouTube show, but it's like a little discussion. I kind of like that. That's kind of cool. So, the witch hazel. Throw that on. This, God, I hate this stuff. It works, but question and answer period. Okay. Question and answer period. Jeremy, which one? The air conditioning one? Is that the one you're talking about? All right, Jeremy, I'll send you that after I'm done here. So question and answer period. Good idea, Tom. Any guys got any questions as we're near on the end of the shave here? Oh, no, that's what the video was. Okay. Gotcha. So, I wanted to, thank you. Thank you very much. I wanted to tell you guys, so somebody sent me an email, and they asked me about this. I don't know if you guys can see this. This is a diagram of the safety razor. It's actually one of these gems. And when I had that made, and I do know of a good shave shop in the New England area. There's one in it's Colonial Drug in Newton, Massachusetts. I have their business card somewhere. Oh, right here. Colonial Drug in Newton, Massachusetts. I think you can take this video and watch it like a regular video afterwards and screenshot that or whatever. But anyway, so yeah, so I don't know how close that is to you or not, but if you want to go to a shaving shop, she's got mostly European stuff, but tons of stuff, tons of razors, tons of blades. Good place to go to. But yeah, so that diagram right here, I printed that on copy paper. The guy took that and tea stained it and then squeegeed it out and then put it on there and polyed it. It looks awesome. Oh yeah, there is a huge one in New York City, and then I actually went to that one. I got a ton of shaving soaps there, and they are extremely nice. Very, very, very nice people. I'm gonna rinse off the witch hazel. I'm just gonna. Hey, have a good one, Tom. Thanks very much for joining me, and we'll talk soon. Like I said, there is one in New York City. It's called Pasteur's Pharmacy. There are two. One is closer to the Empire State Building. That's the better one, I think. The other one didn't have nearly as much stuff. All right, so this is all clean and taken care of. Post shave balm. Oh, there is nothing like a fresh head shave. Hey, have a good one, Jeremy. I'll send you that link a little bit later. I'll do it through the Messenger, all right? Have a good one. Thank you very much for joining us. All right, so kind of let that dry a little bit. So anyway, just a little bit more while I clean up this razor. Just a little bit about head shaving here. Make sure you're really make sure you your shave strokes are short. And again, avoid moving your head. That's going to help you maintain that cutting angle. And you know, it's going to help you maintain the cutting angle from a variety of grips. Because you probably saw that I threw that. I've had that razor in all kinds of different grips. I had it upside down, sideways, and what have you. I always take my razors apart, and I don't necessarily clean them. I got myself some Barbicide, and every time I change the blade, I'll soak it in that. Not for long, but I'll soak it in that. Hey, Shade, thanks very much for joining us. Have a good night, and yeah, we'll talk to you later. And this was fun. I think I'll definitely do this again soon. So maybe we'll make it like a weekly thing, you know? Do some reviews during the week, and then, you know, do a live one at some point. It's pretty easy. I thought this would be kind of a pain in the ass to do, but not really. I don't like how I can't put the camera sideways. That's a little different for me. This is an up and down thing. I'm not liking it. So, all right. Let's wipe this off because I want to get this Artique. Whew. All right. Shave is done. Rocking and rolling, ready to go. Have a good night, Josh. We'll talk to you later. And again, thanks for joining me. It was awesome, guys. I really had a really good time doing this. And I can't wait to do this again. So we'll put the razor back together. You guys, if you guys shave tonight, guys, have a great shave and have a good night. I'm going to go ahead and hit the finish on this. We'll put it up on the videos and leave it there for people to watch. Wow, this stuff is cold. I love this stuff. All right, thanks very much for joining me, guys. Have a good night, and happy Father's Day.